Hello, I am the Queen of Daggers and I hold the cards. Oh, Aries, 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 Aries. This is a general weekly read for Aries. And I love you guys so much. My son is an Aries. He's very small. He has 3 teeth. I love him. One of my best friends is an Aries. And quite frankly, you're all lunatics in the best possible way. And that is why I adore you. Especially because you're so straightforward, I didn't need a single clarifier. I love it. I love it. I love this for you. Okay, so if this does resonate with you, please leave a like, and please, if you don't mind, hit the little subscription button and then also maybe the bell so you will be the first to know when the magic cardboard yells at me and I decode exactly what it is yelling. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me it's not magic cardboard. I'll wait. I'll wait. But, alright, I know, you want me to get to it. I know, you don't want me to wait. Okay. Very Aries energy already. Feel free to leave a comment, tell me your favorite snack, where you're from. I'm from Rhode Island in the US. We are in fact a state and not part of New York, fun fact. Or just tell me what you're up to today. Tell me how you're feeling. Come say hello. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can still do all of that, and no one's gonna stop you, and I know how much Aries love doing things, especially if people try to stop them. So, maybe I should have said, I will stop you, and you do it anyway. So, point being, this is a general reading. Not everything may resonate. Take what does, leave the rest. If you want a personal reading, check the description box below for all of my information. Excellent. And let's get to it. So, I like to do a Lenormand, so I have some context beforehand on what exactly we're talking about here. So, our signifier is the snake. Oh my. You have a little deception going on, a little somebody sneaky, someone who, or this could be, internal. It could be you not quite trusting yourself on something, which, is a little out of character, but it does happen. Now, it's signified with the whip. So you may feel like there are a lot of obstacles, there's something trying to stop you, and if there's anything I know about Aries, you're not going to let it, and I love that. Because we have the stork next. Now, with the stork, this is something that's going to bring you some form of serenity. It's going to bring you some form of, of a sense of calm, a sense of zen, so to speak. But with the moth, there may be a little deception afoot. And with the goat, it may get a little argumentative. Which sounds about right. It's a goat. But this may be you struggling with yourself and maybe telling yourself that you can't do something. So we will find out exactly what that means as we go through all of this. And again, I love you guys so much for being so straightforward. Not needing clarifiers. It's beautiful. It makes my job so much easier. And let us go! Alright, so we're starting with the 8 of Cups in reverse. So there's something you don't want to walk away from. You're not ready to walk away from it, or you don't think you should walk away from it. And with the Queen of Wands in reverse, you have this idea. And maybe you're seeing some opposition to that idea. Maybe people aren't quite agreeing with you doing that idea, or maybe for a little bit you might try to hold yourself back from it, which is also a little uncharacteristic, but we'll see where this goes. And then we have the High Priestess, where you know it's right. You do know it's right. You do know that that's what you gotta do it. You can do it. Maybe you need to do it in a more traditional way, or maybe this is something that to you makes the most sense. But with Strength and the Magician in reverse, I think that you feel like, what I'm getting here is you don't feel like you have all the tools to do this. You don't feel like you're quite capable of doing it right away. And with the Three of Swords, that's kind of breaking your heart. And with the Five of Wands, it's causing a lot of internal struggle, because now with the Two of Swords, you're kind of doubting your decision. You're kind of in this indecision where you're not sure quite what to do about this, like how to go about this. You don't want to walk away from whatever the situation is, whether it's an idea you have, whether it's, some kind of action you want to take, whether it's, some kind of relationship that you're in, and that can be with anyone, family, friends, a lover, what have you, etc. So, with the Three of Wands, I generally see that as, you're clearing your path, you're picking up what you do need, you figured it out, and you're dropping what you don't. Now, I think you may be in a position where you do know what you need to do. You do know what you have to follow, but like up here, you may feel like you're not ready for it. Like you're not ready to just go through those two wands and set off on your path. And I think you're a little afraid that you might not feel fulfilled, or you are in a position where you don't really trust the people around you to support you. And you feel like there's going to be a lot of opposition, despite the fact that this is going to bring you this sense of calm, this internal peace. Or you are trying to deceive yourself into thinking that you can't do this, putting up roadblocks for no reason. I think, you know what, it makes more sense to me that you're kind of arguing with yourself here on whether or not it's the road you should take. And despite the fact that you do know this will be fulfilling, this will bring you that sense of peace, you're kind of deceiving yourself into thinking that it won't, and you're almost looking for a way to self-sabotage, but I don't think that you really can do that. So you're trying to internally find reasons not to. You're trying to find reasons to say, like, no, this won't be emotionally fulfilling. This is why it won't be emotionally fulfilling, etc. Because I think you're focusing on, the negatives of what could happen. You're focusing on the negative outcome that could come out, when really there's so much positivity that could come out of this. Like I said, inner peace, serenity, of a sense of like zen and calm, and something that brings you happiness. There's this bright sun behind him, and we all know the sun card is a very, very good card, so let's use this as our sun card here as well. So it can be an absolute success, and you can absolutely do whatever this is. You're just not sure how to juggle this internal struggle you're having here, and this sense of, I don't have the right tools, I don't know if I should make this decision, I don't know if I should start this journey. Will it really bring me that positivity? It seems like it will. It seems like it will, okay? But you're afraid to celebrate too soon. You're afraid to celebrate too soon because you think, okay, what if everything just falls apart? But with the Page of Cups and then the Ace of Wands, and you can tell my son is an Aries because he decided to chew on it and almost broke it in half. I love that boy so much. He's so cute. He likes to pull cards for me, and usually he does good readings for someone who has reached the age of only having 3 teeth. Anyway, with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands, I think you're finally looking at you, after all of this, you look internally and realize that, you do have what you need inside of you to find this calm, to fill your cup, to hang out with your little fish in there, and realize that it's okay. You can do this. It's not impossible. You don't have to keep fighting with yourself. You don't have to keep arguing with yourself. You don't have to put these roadblocks in your way. This idea, you can do this. You realize that this is worth trying. And at the bottom of the deck, now, most people, this reading is going to be so much shorter than all of the other ones. Please don't feel like I don't want to give you enough attention. It's just that you're very straightforward, so I don't have to fully analyze things 1000%, which is another reason I love you guys. Now, most people tend to take 1 to 3 from the bottom of the deck. I pull until it doesn't make any more sense contextually, or until the cards just start messing with me and pull out things that definitely don't fit. Absolutely do not fit whatsoever. Because I see it as the epilogue of your story. Or also sometimes it's your advice spread. Some people will do a full spread for advice, and I check the bottom of the deck until it doesn't make sense, and so far it works pretty well for me. I've yet to find any fault in that, and I've yet to find it not to be true, so we're going with it. Alright. So, okay. The first one at the bottom of the deck was the 9 of Cups. So, again, you're afraid this won't be fulfilling. You're the only thing standing in your way, okay? It's just you. It's only you. You're fighting with yourself. It does not surprise me. You guys are very fiery, quite literally, you're fire signs, and your little spitfires. God, I adore it. But you're fighting with yourself on this. You're still kind of fighting. I mean, you know that this is the right choice. You know that you can find your fulfillment in here. You're really realizing that, but you're still a little trepidatious. And you kind of think that, you could be making all the wrong choices, or you're not seeing that this is the choice you need to make, that this is the serenity that you can have. You're focusing on these fights, these struggles, these roadblocks you're putting in your way that don't really need to be there. You're focusing on the negative emotions when all the positivity, all the happiness it's literally coming right towards you. It is just beelining straight to your face. And you're like, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But then you're realizing you have the Page of Pentacles now. Pages, they're not knights, they're not coming rushing in. They don't quite know what they're doing yet in that regard. However, they bring messages. And it's kind of like you get this sudden epiphany of, you know what, I do have the resource for this. You know what, actually, I think I can do it. And with the Four of Swords, you take your time, you take a little rest from all of this internal struggle. You finally seem to find this peace. Maybe you meditate on it for 3 minutes, because you're an Aries and you're not going to meditate for too long, but you'll meditate long enough to get the job done. That's one thing you do. And we have the Queen of Swords, so now you're cutting out all the bullshit. Now you're cutting out everything you don't need. Now you're cutting out all of these emotions that don't serve you, all of these thoughts that don't serve you, all of this internal fighting, all of these blockades you keep putting up for yourself, because, again, you're getting this epiphany that it doesn't serve you. You're getting this epiphany that you need to cut it down, even if you don't quite know how to cut everything down yet. You know that, and I love the Queen of Swords. I basically named this channel after her, so, near and dear to my heart. You know that you're capable of it. You're strong enough for it. You're getting that bullshit out of the way, and you're realizing that this is, in fact, factual. This is knowledge. You can do it. This epiphany just hits you like a freight train. Because swords are facts. They are knowledge. They are solid. Wands are ideas, they're thoughts, they're inspiration. So you have this, this thought, this inspiration, this epiphany of like, oh man, maybe I can do that. And now you've reached a point of, hell yeah, I can do that. And that's because you've got the moon in reverse. You're cutting out all of your illusions. Your judgment is no longer clouded with this blockade you keep putting, this snaky energy you keep putting towards yourself, where you keep trying to tell yourself, no, it won't work. This deception that you're putting against yourself, you've cut this out. You're no longer arguing. You're done with this. You're done with this. You're done with this. You're done with this. You're realizing that, you know what? You have everything you need. You do have the inner strength. You are very much capable of this. You can succeed, and you know what? It's not going to be a waste of your time and your energy, etc., 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 etc. And this is why you knew you shouldn't walk away from it yet. This is why you knew you shouldn't walk away from it. You were a little shaky just when it came to the idea of it, but now, again, we've got the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. So you've gone from, I don't know if this is a good idea, to, let's go, let's do this, yeah. which is something I really love about you guys. But, like, you're done with this. You're done with the self-sabotage. You're done with the wavering. You're done with everything. You're out to find your joy, your inner peace. You're out to do whatever it is to bring that sense of serenity to yourself, to stop fighting. And maybe it's just that you were fighting yourself in general, that just you're in life, you've been just doing this to yourself for absolutely no reason. And you don't need to do it anymore, and you know this now. Like, you're not looking up at the moon and forgetting, you know, what's really there. You're no longer in this energy of, I don't think it's enough. You're realizing why you feel fulfilled, and you feel unfulfilled. Why you feel unfulfilled. Whew. Oh, Shadow of Mercury retrograde still has it in for me. I have 6 mercurial placements. Oof. So, don't mind me. But you're realizing, like, why you felt unfulfilled. And it's all because you were trying to trick yourself into feeling that way. You were kind of tricking yourself into feeling heartbroken because you're breaking your own heart so that you don't have to take this step towards what makes you happy. Because you think that you thought it was unattainable because you kept telling yourself it was unattainable. And I think maybe you were scared. I think you were scared of finding this calm, this peace. I think you were scared of finding this success. I think you were scared of making this decision. I think you were scared of, frankly, being happy because, you know what? It is scary because being happy means your heart can break again. But being happy also means that those swords can fall right out of your heart and you can enjoy life. And you've realized this. And now you're acting on it. So, kudos to you, Aries, for finally having this epiphany, this realization, and acting on it. For taking these roadblocks that you put out there, and for really just Queen of Swordsing this shit, and cutting out all of this nonsense, and, you know, kind of getting it together, and getting yourself in gear, and just going, because that's why we love you. That's the Aries that we know and love. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. And I am so excited to see your journey. So if this resonated, please, again, like it. Please do subscribe and hit that little bell. That would be dope. So you can hear the next time I talk about you and what the magic cardboard yells at me. What spirit tells me through yelling at the magic cardboard. And feel free to drop a comment, your favorite snack, whatever grand adventure you're ready to shoot onward to. Tell me where you're from, you know, just say hi, hello. It's up to you. And if you're a cross-watcher and there's an Aries in your life who really needs to hear this, share it to them, because I'm here to help people, dude. I'm here. That's what I do. And the more people I can reach, the more I can help, and that's what brings me that 6 of Swords energy. That's what brings me the 6 of Swords energy, personally. So, that's all I got. I love you very much. One of my favorite signs, I'm not gonna lie, you really are, and I'm not saying that just to say it. You can check out every other video. I don't think I'm gonna say that to anyone else. So, boy!